All right, welcome to the Extreme Agents VIP coaching call. Jesse, how are you today?
I'm blessed. How are you, bud?
I'm blessed to be with the best. Loving life, baby. Living the dream.
Another beautiful week. So today we thought we would talk about some alternatives or other ways of generating leads or even getting qualified leads, not even generating them, just waiting for qualified leads to come to you. Now, Steve, I think you could agree. People give us the excuse all the time. I don't want to make cold calls. I don't want to be on the phone calling expireds and FSBOs, right?
Yeah. The other thing we hear a lot is, I don't want to pay money out of pocket for a lot of leads. Zillow is expensive, blah, blah, blah. So not only are we going to show you great ways to get real estate leads, but inexpensive or free ways to, if you have a budget that you're working on, this is some ways that you can generate leads without paying money up front. So I like that. I don't know about you.
So I call them untapped, right? Because they're there, they've been there, but a lot of people don't realize it, or they don't want to take the little bit of time it takes to set these things in motion. And I get it. You're like, oh man, I got to go learn a new thing, or I got to figure that out. I got to take the time. Yeah, it works. And
yeah, this is a great time of year to do this too, to get these things set up, because we're going into the fourth quarter, which is really the start of, the new year for your real estate business. What you do over the next 90 days is going to directly dictate how much business you do for the next year, because it's all about getting that listing inventory built up and working those warm leads that are going to be buying or selling in January, February, March.
So let's ask a question here. Who is planning to be in business in 1 year from now, or 2 years from now, or 3 years from now? Who wants business coming in? These are all methods. I know we want the quick buck. Some of that can happen, but also this is for, like Steve just said, next year, 6 months, a year from now. And I have friends. I've done some of these things for my brother's business, my brother-in-law's business. He's a construction business. I've done this for my closest friends, and they're in real estate. And guess what? We set these up 5 years ago, and now they're still getting business today, and they're not making any cold calls. So it works. So let's talk about it. I'm gonna set my timer here to keep me on pack. So I'm gonna be going on a fast pace, because you can go back and watch this. So the first thing to talk about is referrals. So Steve talked about this. There's lead generation, which is getting that lead from scratch, from nothing, right? You put out content, you go to an open house, you get that lead from nothing. But the second idea is this idea of lead qualification. So a lot of these new these companies that we're talking about right here, they think of, hey, wouldn't an agent want to have a qualified lead already? We've talked to them, we've got their information, we know their address. They raised their hand and said, yes, I want a lead. Is that more appealing than just?
Yeah, and the big thing about this, Jesse, is they spend the millions of dollars in advertising to get these leads on the internet. So, you don't pay up front. You get these on a referral basis. So you don't have to pay for them until they close, basically. But these are typically very good leads that come in.
Yeah, and Steve just said it. They're paying to advertise. They're competing with Zillow and everybody to get on those top places of Google when someone's searching for a home. So they capture the lead, they bring it into their software and their system, and then they distribute it out to the best agent for that area, that price range, that type of property. So let's look at a couple of these. So one of them is HomeLight. Okay, HomeLight has different ways of helping agents. One of those ways is referrals. Okay, so if you go to homelight.com/agents, they're going to show you the different ways they can help you. The one we're talking about today is referrals. So the first thing to do, and hopefully you're taking notes, the first thing to go do is make sure you have a profile on homelight.com. Sign up, get your profile, and start optimizing your profile, creating your preferences. Where do you work? Who are you? Get your picture on there. You're going to sign a referral agreement, of course. Add your your transactions. Now, I believe, let's see if it's home. Yeah. So this is what it looks like once you've signed up for an account. You can set all of your preferences. Hey, I'm looking for buyers. I'm looking for this price point. Hey, I want to take leads for empty lots. Yes, no. Commercial. Yes, no. You get to set all this up.
And Jesse, just a side note, I'm actually in contact with one of the people that is at a kind of a high level at this company, and they base a lot of the leads that they give you on your performance, on how you handle the leads. So the biggest thing is when you get a lead that comes to you, you want to make sure that you respond to it quickly. And it's a little bit different than some of the other lead sources where they don't, what they're concerned with is you either respond that you want the lead and take it and then get to them right away and then give feedback on how that went. And they make it very easy because they send you a text message and an email, and you just, click the button and pick one of the things that they ask, and it's very quick after you talk to them. So they just want to see that you're on top of things. When you get the lead, you have if you do it in less than 5 minutes or something like that, it's, put you at a higher point of getting more leads. And then obviously you want to pick an area that you do business in, because they're going to make sure that you do some business in that area. And if you haven't done business in the area, just be ready for the call, man. If you get a call, you want to make sure you're on top of it. Just keep following up with them and update their portal as much as possible.
You can modify all of this. And the reason why they want you to be successful is because they already paid money for that lead. They want to get paid. So guess what? They're not going to give you more leads if you don't stay on top of it. And even Steve, when we're looking at hey, how can we help our agents grow? We want to see who are the ones that are hungry, who are the ones that want to participate and be involved in growing their business. We want to help you succeed. Everybody, it's like a rising tide raises all the ships. So,
yep.
But they've already put money out for the lead, so they want to get paid. So they're like, did you follow up? I'm available. You can set up warm transfers. Do you want to get a text? Do you want to get a call? All of that. So that's for HomeLight. Okay. So another one is OpCity. Now, I haven't set this one up yet. This is through realtor.com. So it was rebranded and everything. So now it's part of realtor.com, but you have to sign up as a partner as well. And so I'm going to put the links for all of these in the chat, realtor.com/marketing/OpCity. Sign up to become a partner. It explains everything, how it works. Very similar. They get the leads, they qualify them, they send them to the agents. The first one to respond gets the lead. Okay, so OpCity is another option. Another one is Fast Expert. They have an app. They're all very similar models, right? So you sign up, you have to create a profile. So the first thing for everybody to do is go create a profile. Okay. So in fact, let me grab the links. And I'm going to put those in the chat. All right. So that's the first assignment for you to take away from this video is go create your profiles. Before you can get any leads, before you can get any business from them, you have to create your profile. What are you going to need to create your profile? You're going to need a headshot of yourself. You're going to need your description. Now, the nice thing about Fast Expert is they actually pull a lot of your information in from Zillow. So all this information right here for Steve's profile, this is pulled right from Zillow. That's why they give him, hey, you're a 5-star agent. Why? Because he's already got reviews. He's already got this information coming from Zillow. So it makes it easier. Some of these sites make it easier than others, but go do that. Go create a profile and start adding your information. Make sure your information is correct. Make sure it's consistent across all of these platforms. Okay, so I can click edit. Again, this is once you're logged into your profile, you can click edit. You can add a video, right? You can add listings. There's a lot of cool things you can do with each of these profiles to make yourself stand out. You can add a cover image, all the locations that you service. We can modify the headshot here, right? We can change this. Look at that, beautiful. That's just looking good. Beautiful.
Was that not in there already?
It was not cropped though. That's all.
Okay.
It just, the image has to be cropped to fit. Otherwise it would have been on your Adam's apple, which beautiful, but.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant for it to be.
Okay, so takeaways from this. This is this week. You guys can do this. Every one of these profiles, you might take 15 minutes to create, set up, verify your email, put your name in, connect it to Zillow, and sign their referral agreements.
We should probably put some transactions in there too at some point.
We should probably, yeah, and we can pull. I think we can even pull those in from
Zillow.
From Zillow, yeah.
Zillow. Okay.
Yeah. So since I'm not connected to
Is that Zillow.com? Is that what that is?
I believe this is
Zillow. Okay.
So
write that down.
So I believe, yeah, since I'm not connected, right, I'd have to verify that I'm connected to Steve's account from my computer. But go do this, please. Like, if you want to get a business and you want to get leads, and you know that you're responsive. Now, if you're like really,
who here likes money? Anybody? Okay, good. All right.
Who loves money?
I do.
Okay, so I put the links. Create your profile. Why do you want to create a good profile? It increases your visibility. It highlights your achievements. You can chat with agents. Again, they have a messaging app as well. Okay, attract new clients. So please go do that. So these are referral based type of leads here. Now, another way you can get referral leads is just connecting with other agents in other markets, right?
I'll give everybody a great idea.
Go ahead.
Everybody at EXP, they could go into the referral resource that we have in Workplace with, there's like, I don't know, 30, 40,000 agents in there. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to do this and just say, hey, I'm in this market. I'm, offering a 30% referral for any business you send my way. Here are the areas that I serve, Northern Illinois, whatever it is. I would say if you do that, there's probably a 50-50 chance that you're going to get some business. If you just do that once a month, you're going to get a few deals out of that. It might take you, maybe 20 minutes for the whole year to do that. And you'll probably be able to make $20,000, $30,000. It's worth it. Put that on your to-do list. Huh?
Yeah, it's just another source of referrals.
Yeah.
They've said that the agents that make $1 million plus, and one of the key differences between them and the agents because everybody's got the same amount of time. We all have 24 hours. They don't have like more time. They're not like superpower humans that can manage their time perfectly. Maybe they've got some systems that make them more productive, but the difference is they have more lead sources. If you know, hey, I've got 10 different lead sources or 15 different lead sources. Some are coming from Yelp, some are coming from Google, some are coming from Zillow, some are coming from my open house, some are from OpCity, some are coming from HomeLight. You're not going to be stressed or worried. You're going to be like, man, I got this. And guess what? Your income is going to go up. I promise you. So another type of leads are non-referral leads. Okay. Now, if you have a little bit of budget, you can go stand out from the crowd by signing up for Google Local Services. So GLS stands for Google Local Services. So if you just go to Google and you type in Google Local Services, I did this, like I said, I just did this like 3 months ago for my brother's business. It's blown up their business from just one source. These are pay per lead. You only pay when the lead comes to you. Okay. So if you have a small budget and you want to spend it, you can do that. The reason why this is beneficial is because a lot of agents don't do this. What this does is it shows that you are a Google pre-screened agent. You're licensed, you're vetted, they do a background check on you. So hopefully you pass the background check. But Google is screening leads and saying, hey, or agents and saying, hey, this is one that you should try. And they feature you at the top. When that call comes in, it will charge you for that lead. It doesn't go to anybody else. They're not calling 5 leads. They're not distributing it to 5 people. It's going straight to you. So if you sign up for Google Local Services, I'm going to put the link for that as well in the chat. You might pay $20, $30, $40, $50 per lead, but they're coming to you only. It's an exclusive lead. And we'll talk more about that, but just, I do want to put that out there. That is an opportunity for low cost. You don't pay in advance, you pay when you get the lead. Okay. So you will, it's a 7-step process. It's probably going to take a week or so to get signed up. They're going to do a background check. They're going to verify that you're legit. Pay-per-click and Facebook. Again, you probably would need a little higher budget. I would say $500 to $1,000 to start if you're going to really run ads.
Yeah. And we were recently told through a pretty good source that KV Core, the pay-per-click ad spend thing that they have in there is really good. It's like $700 a month, but if you want to put your lead sourcing on autopilot and, you know, hopefully have some pretty good outcomes, that's probably your best bet. I would try that.
What if I don't have a big budget? You could try Boost, right, Steve?
True that.
So if you don't have a big budget, we got you. We got you. Come over here to KV Core.
What if we have a negative budget?
If you have a negative budget, you need to go hustle and grind and wake up and hit the pavement. All right. But go to Lead Engine. So if you click on Lead Engine, it's going to give you a bunch of lead opportunities. One of those is called Core Property Boost. Okay. When you click sign in, it's going to take you over to Core Property Boost, which looks like this. Okay. What this does is lets you advertise a property on Facebook to collect leads as low as $60. Again, like I said, this is the budget friendly. If you want to run ads and you want to get leads, this is a budget friendly option. As low as $60. They have different packages, 60, 120, 150, and you will get leads. And the nice thing is they go straight into your KV Core system. Grabs all the information they put in, it'll add them to
Jesse, how much does KV Core cost if you're an agent at EXP?
Now that's the difficult part that most people are not grasping, is it doesn't cost anything extra. If you weren't free at EXP, it would cost you over $500 a month for this system, because it does. It's got bells and whistles.
Okay. Wow.
Free. It's included as for EXP agents.
Interesting.
And so now you have your follow-up tied to your advertising at a very low budget. This is a huge, let me show you how it works. So you click enter an address. I went over here and I saw one of Cindy's properties that she got right here. Grab this little address. Like, hey, so you don't even have to promote your own listings. You can grab someone else's listing, type it in here. It's not finding that address.
Kind of like Zillow does, just grabs other people's listings and markets it to get buyer leads.
Now, I would say it's the ethical and courteous thing to just tell them, hey, I just want you to know I'm going to be promoting your listing. Try to find
no, don't do that.
You could.
Okay.
So now I put the address in and I say use selected listing. This is you could set up these ads in 5 minutes. Put an address in and boop, 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 boop. Look at all this robot stuff it just did. It created your ad for you. This is what your ad will look like on a desktop. This is what, if I click on the mobile. Oh, sorry. That's what it'll look like on a mobile device. In someone's Facebook feed, they're scrolling. They're gonna see, oh, thinking about a move, just listed 4-bedroom, 3-bath in Burr Ridge, Illinois. Now you probably want to target somebody in Burr Ridge or this area, surrounding area. But oh, they click on this. Now it's gonna add these leads to your KV Core. Okay, and on a desktop. Oops, am I clicking the wrong one? That's what it looked like on a desktop, right? So you might want one that has really cool photos and maybe that grabs people's attention. Maybe the grass does, right? Find one like that would be really cool. Now, like I said, if you're going to use someone else's listing, you can, right here where it says add compliance text, you can say, you know, listing provided by whatever. Listing provided by so-and-so, you know. Okay. So you can add a compliance text in there. And then you choose your package. Hey, I want 3 days for $45. Wow, they even have $45. See? But when I say it's affordable, it's a great way to start and you will get leads. And then it's just a follow-up game. 1 week, $60, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. You can run different types of ads on here on Property Boost, listings, open house. If there's a coming soon property, like an open house you're about to do, run an open house ad. Hey, it's gonna be open, check it out. Or there was a price reduction or a just sold property. So different types of ads, and you don't have to do anything special. You don't got to write, what do I got to write about it? What about, how do I upload the photos? It does it all for you. Okay. Who thinks that's pretty easy to do, right? Low budget, easy to set up in 5 minutes. You just go into KV Core, click on lead engine, click on property boost, put a property address and choose a budget and you're good to go. All right. So that is another method for generating leads that's non-referral based. Now, I have to talk about reviews for a minute because so many people do not utilize this. And you can create free accounts to get reviews and ask your clients. It costs nothing to ask them, hey, did you enjoy working with me? On Zillow, on Yelp, on Google, on Facebook. I would primarily focus probably on Zillow, Yelp, and Google.
Yeah, Google, baby. We're hearing that. You really need those Google reviews. You
do. And as you can see with Fast Expert, it pulls those reviews from Zillow. Some sites will pull reviews from Google. Some will pull them from Yelp. Like Apple, if I'm searching for a real estate agent, on my phone, Apple pulls their review data from Yelp. And then Google obviously uses Google. And so go do this, please, please, please go ask like 5, 10, everybody. Ask a previous client, ask your sphere, ask your family and friends to leave a character review. Like, hey, they're trustworthy, great work, they're great to, they're great to work with, they get things done on time, blah, 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 blah. If you don't know how to ask for a review, go to page 84 of this book. Anybody ever heard of the Extreme Agents Blueprint? We have a script. It tells you exactly.
I need to crack that one open again.
It says, subject, your opinion, please. Dear Mr. Seller, thank you for going through the home selling process and allowing me to help. I hope you enjoyed working with me as much as I did working with you. And I'm excited for the next chapter of your lives. I would love your feedback, blah, blah, blah. You don't even have to think of what to say to ask people, but go get some reviews because this helps you with SEO. It helps you if you ever want to run ads on any of these platforms. You already have reviews built in. One of my friends, I promise you, he does tons and tons of volume of real estate sales from just reviews. Please go do it, okay? So the homework assignments so far, takeaways, are go create profiles on these accounts. Get yourself one beautiful headshot. Don't overthink it. Just get one headshot of yourself, upload it, grab some of your information you already have on Zillow or somewhere else, and paste it into all of these platforms so it's consistent. It's the same across the board. Anybody can do that. It's going to take you 5 minutes, 10 minutes to set up each one of these. Even if you're tech challenged, I'll give you 15 minutes. In an hour, you got all 4 of these places you can get reviews. So when you say, hey, can you write me a review? They're going to be like, sure, where at? Oh, go write it on Google first, and then Zillow, and then Yelp, please. Okay, so you got a script. We told you where to go post them. Now the last thing, and I want to go do detailed a deep dive on this next week, and that is Google local maps. All right, so you can have a free profile on Google. It costs you nothing. Go to google.com/business. Okay, I'm in the process of revamping this on Steve's. We're going to add photos, and it uses your reviews. It kind of pulls it all together. And next week we'll do a deep dive. And what we can do is actually take the profile you have on Google, and we can spread it to 150 plus locations across the internet. So local.com and 123local.com and Mantra and Merchant Circle. And there's tons of sites that do this. And we can actually kind of like broadcast that profile with your information, your name, all of that. And I'm going to give you guys a pre-made kind of outline of what you need to be thinking of that I already wrote up here. I'm going to give you that as well. So we'll deep dive on that next week. But before we do that, I need you to go set up your profiles. Set up your profiles on the referral sites. Set up a profile on the review sites. And if you want to use KV Core, of course, we showed some paid ads. So that's the takeaways. Go get some referrals. If you want to use Google local services and separate yourself from like 90% of agents in the market, put a small budget on that. If you want to get leads now, this is probably the fastest way for a low budget, KV Core Boost. If you're going to be in business a year from now and 2 years from now, and you want to have a great presence online, go create profiles and make sure that they have your information the same on all these for reviews, and send out a blast to 10 people every day for the next week. Hey, can you leave me a review, and just paste what we gave you in the book. And then lastly, make sure you have a profile created on Google, and don't worry about making sure it's perfect. I'll help you with that next week. What questions do we have? I think
Love it, man. I love that.
What questions we got?
Especially love the fact you're going to amp mine up a little bit.
We're going to amp it up. We're going to spread your name across 150 sites that says Steve's a real estate agent in Northern Illinois.
Who knew?
Bam. Who knew? Anybody have a question? If you do, you can always leave it below in the comments.